Express yourself.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Express Yourself Podcast. I am Sneedy.
I am Coop. Express Yourself Podcast is a podcast intended to shed light on things that may seem minor to some, but major to others.
We hope to be a light to you so that you can impact others in your own special way. So express yourself. Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Express Yourself Podcast. I am Chris Cooper.
I'm Sneedy, or Darius, whatever you choose to call me.
And we back. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I feel like we said that the last time we resurfaced.
Briefly.
But yeah, we back in the zone. We back with things.
Yeah.
And we just want to kick it off with, a Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. Oh, my God.
2021.
21.
Finally.
Yeah, man. It's here.
And it's crazy to think that we are actually here.
Yeah.
As long as I don't know, I kind of feel like it's December 32nd.
Yeah, right.
2020. I don't really know if it's set in yet, but we back. So we just want to talk about and reflect on 2020 a little bit. We're not gonna give it too much power because it's gone. Just talk about, reflect, and then talk about things that we look forward to with this new year.
Gotcha.
So, Darius, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain, man. It's a new year.
Yes, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
New mindset, man. All the things switching from coming out of a roller coaster year, if that's what you want to call it.
Definitely.
Coming out of that, I would say it's just really I'm just really grateful and thankful to be alive, man. Truly, I think that's the most important thing. Just got a lot of gratitude.
Like the words "He kept me" mean a whole lot.
Yeah. It does, bro.
saying it this time of year than it would any other year, because this year really could have. If you hung around the wrong crowd, if you got connected to the wrong people who don't care about who don't care about your health, police, social justice.
Oh my God, man!
This year could have really took anybody out. So it really is by the grace of God that we are still alive.
Facts.
And kicking it. So I want to start off with, if you had to reflect on one lesson from 2020, what would it be?
One lesson from 2020. I would say a major lesson for me was taking care of me.
Yeah.
If I had to choose one, that was I'm a selfless person.
By nature, right?
Yeah, so I try to worry about everybody else. Now, I do have my selfish moments. We all do. But I'm, at times very selfless. And last year, I would definitely say, man, it took a lot out of me to try to be there for everybody else. And I let myself, go, I derailed in a couple of areas. And it was just like, man, granted, I don't try to make my situation any better than anybody else's. However, I'm talking about me.
Yeah, you're talking about you.
So it's one of those things where I would say, man, focus on you, and or that's what I guess per se, that one of the lessons that I learned, focusing on myself, and just really taking the time to, I guess, dive in deeper of what I loved, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I didn't love, seeing the people who were there at my lowest, seeing the people, just paying attention to all those things, my health, all those things mattered a lot more last year, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course going forward, but and then at our age, so I'm scratching 30 now, so it's like, hey, my child get older, I'm getting older, the people are, you know what I'm saying? It's just
really
you really got to
you really are scratching
take care of you. Yeah, I am. But so I would say, honestly, a biggest lesson that I learned, I would say focusing on myself a lot more, and just really investing into myself. Maybe that I could have summed it up and said that the first time. But yeah.
It's all right.
Cool.
It's all right. I would say my biggest lesson is learning that it's okay to like the person you are.
That's good.
So 2020, March, we got set down. We had to sit with ourselves, reflect. And, most people, in marriages or something like that, had to sit in the house with their children and their husband or their wife. And you kind of think they kind of thought, like, I don't really like these people like that. I don't really like you.
Like that, yes, sir.
Because you never had to be in one place stagnant and stuck with the person that you know, are in a relationship with or your kids. So my thing was sitting with myself, and I kind of said, well, I like the person I am.
Yeah.
I like who I am.
That's good.
And I haven't always been able to say that, you know, confidently because, you know, I just never really, like, thought about, do you like the person you are?
That's good, bro.
I do. I like me. So
yeah.
My biggest lesson is just learning that it's okay to like the person you are.
That's good.
You don't have to feel like you need to change. Especially if you don't think anything's wrong with you. If you've done some really serious critical reflection.
Right.
And you say to yourself, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'm an all right dude. So
that's dope,
that was my biggest lesson. Just to say that and believe it and be confident in it.
Right. It took me a while to get to that point. And I think that's why the focusing on me played a huge factor last year because, like, looking at it, it's like, you know, all of these different things. It's like, man, when you have to sit with yourself, I think those were the moments where it really got critical because it's like, yo, you might, like, for me, it was like a hard period of time where it's like, you really got to sit here with yourself and really, like, you reflect and you think about the negative, all these thoughts, man. You got like the mind games and all this, and it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm not as good as this, or maybe I'm not as good as this person, or you know what I'm saying. So now you're thinking about all those things. So for what you said right there, man, I think that's very critical. Like, man, that's really critical because I think I had to get to that point. It took me a while, but I think, like I said, those investments into myself were very key to getting to that healthy relationship with myself. So man, that's really
and I
good
agree
stuff.
Because it's like people tell you all the time, "Oh, you dope," or "You this person." I like this about you. I like this about you. Yeah, you dope.
Yeah,
like, Dad, you really like that. Like you doing the things, and you like you like okay, thank you. Like move. But then you have to sit and think about. What is it these people actually see in me?
Right.
And so then you sit, like you said, with that reflection, and you say, okay, this is what they see. And I kind of like that about me, too. So I think that's extremely dope.
That's cool, man. So I would say, I would ask you the question, do you have any expectations in this new year?
Wow. Do I have any expectations? I just continue to grow.
Right.
That's my only that's the only expectation I have. Just is to continue to grow.
Gotcha.
I met some goals last year, and it's crazy to think about what I thought 2020 should have been in January when we made our vision boards.
Yeah.
And to
That's
think
funny.
about, March came in and said, okay, vision board.
Right.
But, you know, for 2021, I don't really have any expectation other than to just continue to grow. And I think within growing, you kind of will naturally gravitate towards the things that you don't really vocalize as an expectation.
Right.
But when you get there, you go, okay, I kind of wanted this to happen too. So,
facts.
What about yourself?
My expectation for this year, man, I would honestly say is to continue to grow. To continue to mature, to continue to level up. That's my expectation within myself. Now, I know this. Nobody is exempt from things happening to them.
Definitely.
Nobody is exempt from.
And this year proved that.
Right.
2020 proved that. So.
For everybody. Like, nobody was exempt. So, my expectation is to basically just level up and put my best foot forward in spite of, you know. Okay. So, if something challenging does happen, it's like I still need to be able to like stay sane, stay focused, and it's like, all right, let me handle this. But like if it's necessary that I have to stop like moving, let me handle this and then continue to get back on track. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, all right, I'm a like push it away or put it to the side and then just carry the baggage of it and keep trying to run. So by the time the summertime or the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas hit, now I'm burnt out.
Carrying several different bags.
Exactly. So
stuff,
so I don't that's my expectation is just continue to level up, to continue to develop, continue to mature, man. We at the age now where it's like I get it, man. The party phase, and you know, there's moments where I still like missing and stuff, but I'm like, yo, it looks different now for us.
Because you know, it looks different, but of course you like Okay, I want to go to something, you know, turn
Yeah.
up every now and then.
Yeah.
That's
we
not,
can.
Yeah.
Because we got people that we can do it with. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be with the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, we do, like, kickback. Hey, invite a couple people to the crib. Let's have a little get-together. You know what I'm saying? So
it looks different, but same energy.
Right. Exactly. So, that's dope.
I'm with that. So, in our kind of reflective conversation, what is one thing that you are particularly proud of? If you had to kind of pinpoint one or two things that you're particularly proud of.
If I had to I got tongue tied. If I had to say I was proud of anything, I would say I'm proud of the fact how much I stood up for myself last year.
Come on.
One thing I always used to do is like let people run over me, let people say whatever they want, and I always wanted to be that okay. Let me be the bigger person kind of thing. And for me, I learned that sometimes people can continue to abuse that, and that joint hurts after a while. So for me, I would say like, hey, I learned how to open my mouth and say, hey, and in a respectful way though. Now there were moments where I, just went off the limb and like, all right, you know what, I ain't even about to keep
those moments are necessary.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even about to sit here and keep this PG. Right. I'm going to go ahead and let you know how I really feel. But there were moments, man, where just having to speak up and say, hey, I disagree with this. Like, this bothered me.
Okay.
This hurt my feelings. I don't like the way you did this. You know what I'm saying? And communicate those things. So, therefore, I felt better. Even if the situation didn't change, you know where I stand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know where I'm at with things. You know my heart towards it. So therefore, it's no reason for me to sit here and run around like upset or bitter. So you know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I would say standing up for myself, man, really communicating how I felt. So yeah, bro. What about you?
I would say one thing that I'm particularly proud of, it's something recent. Like I got my master's degree. I finished school.
Congratulations, you did. Yeah,
I finished school, and it's like I did it in a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have never thought 2 years ago that I would be here. So that's just one, like, really quick and easy. That's just the one thing that I'm particularly proud of right there. I got my master's degree.
That's a huge accomplishment, man.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What are you about to pursue now? Like,
so I'm gonna continue to work at ECU in student affairs because that's what I like. But I'm starting in a new position in January. Mm-hmm. I'm starting working for fraternity and sorority life.
Okay.
So
cool, bro.
Getting that master's degree kind of set me up to do that really quickly. So
good, bro.
I'll be starting that.
Hey,
Monday.
Dude. Hey, everything, bro. Do it all,
Appreciate
man.
It.
Win.
Appreciate it.
Win. I was telling somebody the other day, you won in 2020, man. I went through a list of like, I was in reflection mode, and I was just like, from afar, I was admiring like a lot of my friends, who I felt like had successful 2020s in spite of it being like a rough year. And like, you were one of the ones I was like, yo, dude, killed, man. Like,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. I was like super happy for you, man. Because it's oftentimes cool to look at the people who are higher up, who are like the mainstream, or they finally crossed over to that. But it was even better to like look at people who I'm connected to, or right here in my own area. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So bro, I just wanted to say, man, like,
I appreciate it. That's weird because you saying that, and then me kind of thinking about it myself. I'm just like, okay, I did a little.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
Here, but it won't like I did all that.
Right. That's how we do, man.
But I appreciate that.
And facts, bro. Facts.
Yes,
I want you to keep shining, man. For sure.
I will
Keep shining, man.
So you and fatherhood.
Mm-hmm. Me and fatherhood.
I am like really proud of you.
Yes.
In that regard.
I'm proud of me.
And you should be.
Yes, sir.
I think you are, like you said, you stood up for yourself. You fought for yourself. Mm-hmm. You did not, like submit to anybody else's request.
Nothing.
And you like
facts, man.
You won for that.
That was probably one of the toughest things to deal with. So, like you said, man, like fatherhood for me, man, it continues to develop, man. Like my daughter's getting older, so like the conversations we have, the things like I have to like be like scratching my head on like, oh, I don't know if I should have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then my daughter is like, she's me. You know what I'm saying? Like she creative. Like yeah, she off the chain.
Comedian.
Yeah, all the time. And it's like, you know, everybody like, yo, she's just so quiet. I'm like, all right. Like, you know,
that's what everybody say about you.
Yeah, right. I know how to play that role now. Like, okay. That's one thing that shocked me with my daughter, man. She was able, like, she knows how to like play the role like super good. Like, I was watching her one day and I'm like, how are you like able to flip this switch like it's nothing? I was like,
so let me say something. Okay. So I think it's crazy to think about parents, like from the outside looking in, parents who see themselves in their children, but they see their children reaching stages in their life earlier than they did.
Oh yeah. It's all. Yeah,
I think that's really weird.
It's scary to me sometimes because I'm like, yo, she's so far advanced.
Because like it took me until I was 20 to even think like that, and here you go, like
easy,
and you already thinking about it.
Yeah, there are resources too, though, man. You know what I'm saying? We kind of grew up. We were outside all the time.
True.
You know, riding bikes was a thing, and
so we weren't really fed information like that. Like
nah, man. Yeah, they got this electronics
that plays a factor.
It's right there. I mean, all the time, cell phones, iPads. You know what I'm saying? So I think that does play a factor, but I always say develop with time, man. Yeah. Continue to develop with time, which is going to take me to my next question that I was going to ask you, man. Or basically say, tell people like we're in 2021 now. Let's focus on like 2021. I do think it's very needed to look back.
Yeah.
And be like, you know, and reflect on, hey, man, like this is where I was last year. It's like, I would say set some goals for yourself that wherever you were at that particular time frame last year, don't be in that spot this upcoming year.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Like even when it came down to my energy, it was just like, you know, trying to protect those types of things. It was like, man, like, you know, my energy was like off some moments, but it's like now, man, I go to work happy. I come home happy. I'm like back into my music heavily, man. It's just everything around me, and I try to really protect those things, man, like to the max. Because I guess I would say I didn't realize how important or how much energy mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point I was like, it's like
whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But protecting your energy or those around you is so critical, because if you get those wrong people around you, if you get, and it's not always about haters though. You get what I'm saying? Because we love about haters. But
we can go on a tangent on that.
But we love to talk about haters, but sometimes it could be family. It could be your best friend. Like it could be people who envy you. If the energy is wrong, I think it starts throwing stuff off, especially if you're trying to accomplish something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? After a while, I used to tell some of my homies, man, I was like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Everybody be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? It's not about everybody getting hyped about my dreams. It's more so like when people tell me like, hey, like this is what I want to do too, kind of thing. And then it'd be like left field off and be like, your energy is a little like, come on now, you said this is what you want to do, like show me. And I've been guilty of it myself, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody has.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like one thing I've taken the time to do though is correct those and like, hey, if I say I'm going to do something, let's commit to it. If we say that we want to go here, go there. If you want to do that vacation spot, go. If you want to holler at that girl, holler at her. If Shorty want to like reach out to old boy and shoot her shot, go for it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. So yeah, 2021, I say protect your energy at all costs.
Yeah.
At all costs.
And you know, we hear that all the time. Mm-hmm. Especially coming up in the 20s.
Oh, yeah,
like, protect your energy, protect your energy. And after a while, it's like, okay, that's so cliche to say, what else you got to say? But it's not really until you realize that, wow, I got to protect my energy. Mm-hmm. Until you realize it's like, and that's the thing about cliche statements.
Right.
They hold some kind of value at some point.
They do.
You hear them until you actually need to hear it. So, yeah, I'm all about protecting my energy. And I feel like I do a good job of it anyway. Mm-hmm. I don't really get involved in anything that's gonna take me off of my zone. And if I am involved in anything that I feel like is not serving me anymore, and I'm just doing it because it's a habit, I'm gonna drop it.
Got you. That's smooth. That's the way to do it. That's absolutely the way to do it, man. We have to. I guess we love to use the word normalize now.
Right.
We have to normalize cutting people off or cutting situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not always people, but cutting situations that, like, if it's not making you better, if it's not feeding you, if it's not helping you grow. And the crazy part about saying those things, we do hear it all the time, but we still don't listen.
We still don't listen.
We still don't listen. It's like, hey, this is bad for me. I know it's bad for me, but I'm gonna continue to do it. It's like, but then turn around and complain, and it's like, you knew what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't going nowhere specific with it. But yeah, but I'm just saying, man, it's like, I don't know. We have to take the initiative to be okay that, even though I'm attached to this particular thing or this person or this place or whatever it may be, if it's hurting me and not helping me, then be okay with cutting it.
Right, and you aren't required to continue to do anything that's serving you, that's not serving you.
Right.
You don't owe it to anybody to keep doing it because you've been doing it. You don't owe that to anybody.
Right.
So yeah, that's so imperative.
I got you, man. All right, so I'm gonna ask you one more question. What is your thoughts? Now, this is a vague question, but in a sense, you can kind of take it how you want. But what are your absolute thoughts on life in general now? So regardless of what we've experienced, so we've had our own childhoods. We've grown up. We've experienced success. We've experienced the failure.
Yeah.
We've experienced 2020 alone. So what is your perspective on life now? So what is your perspective on life?
I don't really know if anybody could have anything concrete to say about life because what we knew as normal prior to 9 months ago ain't it no more.
Yeah.
So I'm just I don't really have a perspective other than to say it's I got you. No. I got you. I try to come up with I ain't got nothing.
No, bro. And that's cool. That's cool. I would say for me, my whole perspective on life now is I don't have it all figured out, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
And then I would say also to sit here and learn to appreciate what I have. I was telling Morgan the other day, I said, I have a lot of things, and I'm graced and blessed to have a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And I was like, all the stuff I've been given, I've been using it. Oh, I appreciate what I have, but I haven't been maximizing it.
Oh, that's good.
And so I was like, I got all these resources. We have the internet. We have, a lot of us are blessed with nice houses and cars and friendships and this, that, and the third. And it's just we appreciate it, but we ain't been maximizing it. And the key thing for me is when it comes down to life now, I guess the only thing I would really have to say is I just want to maximize my life at this point. Because being that you never know your day or time, it's one of those things where it has the value of life has became even more. You know what I'm saying? It's grown because it's just man, we sat here and watched people pass away. We sat here and watched all these, the racial stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's just maximize your life. I don't know what that looks like or your dream.
Now that you said that.
And maybe I should explain it better.
Kind of gave me some thought now. So
I got you.
I would say sit in the front seat of your life.
That's dope.
Don't sit in the back seat.
That's dope.
Sit in the front seat of your life. And whether that's the driver's side or the passenger seat, be in the front.
Be in the front. Oh my God. That's good, bro.
Be in the front. And sometimes you might have to give the wheel to somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody that's going to help you,
they'll reroute you.
Drive it the right way.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to sit in the driver's seat, too.
That's good, bro.
So now that I think about it, I'm just
I'm
sit in the front seat of my life.
Dang, that's good, man.
Be present.
That's good. Yeah, be present.
Be present. Don't be in the back seat with headphones in, not paying attention to what's going on in the car.
And this is your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. Because I look at it like, how often have we put our lives into somebody else's hand for them to basically navigate our own lives?
How often have we trusted cruise control?
Ooh, Tesla.
So I'm just like, sometimes you gotta just hit the cruise control off and put your feet on the gas.
That's good, man.
Slow down when you need to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
that's good, man. That's good stuff, man. Like, just really take control of your life. Yeah. Really take the initiative to live your life, your dreams, your goals, and check this stuff off the list.
And that put me in a reflection of Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
This dude did all these things.
Yeah, bro.
While being terminally ill.
Exactly.
He thought he was going to get better, but he didn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But he didn't let the thought of death deter him from continuing to being great.
That's good.
And he gave us some of the most amazing stuff while he was...
He left his mark, for sure.
While he was experiencing his toughest fight.
Exactly.
I think that's amazing. So,
and that's what maximizing your life is all about.
Yes, sir. I'm with that.
Maximize your life. Whatever that, like I said, man, whatever that may look like. And don't feel like you have to rush.
There you go.
And you're maximizing your life.
There you go.
I used to think I was so behind. And I'm pretty sure all of us feel like that sometimes. But feeling like I was so behind, I'm like, man, my friends are killing it. And I'm sitting here like, and I looked at it. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, man. I only hang out with older people anyway.
Yeah,
so I was like...
Older. Oh, he tried to call me old.
I ain't trying to...
Whoa.
I only hang out with older people. Okay. All right, more mature people. Like, let me say it like that. Let me give us some spiel. Like, but nah, man. Like, I only... Gotcha. So everybody in, like, my circle is generally, like, older than me. Yeah. So I'm, like, the youngest one generally in my crew. It might be one more younger than me. But looking at that, though, I'm like, yo, everybody in the same vicinity, but I'm watching, like, my friends, like, flourish. And I was like, man, I'm so behind, man. Like... Oh, wow. And it was like, you're not behind. Like, you just had to take the time to grow up in some other areas. Right. So if they are pursuing their dreams and they're killing it in that area, great. Right. Like, you're killing it in these other areas. You know what I'm saying? So just taking and maximizing those things, man, that has been critical for me. And I'm just super grateful that I was able to come to terms with that and to be able to, like, all right, yo, boom. I knocked out my goals, knocked out my dreams, or knocked out these particular things, and now I'm kind of, moving forward with that, bro. So
I love it.
Yeah, man. So okay, cool, man. I know we ran it all over the place today,
but no, this has been like honest and great conversation. Yeah, this is what I would think an episode like this would be like.
Yeah, definitely coming back. We're back.
Yeah,
I just thought we would say that again.
And so we just wanted to kind of express ourselves. No pun intended.
Yeah, express yourself. 2021, we fresh in this thing.
Yes, I'm excited.
We out here to flourish, win. That's what our goals is to do this year.
And that's it.
Everything that's meant for me, I want it. Coop said, yo, let's follow the winning formula. That's so brilliant to say. Let's follow the winners. I mean, surround myself around winners. And
I want everything God has for me.
That's good, bro.
And I'm not being greedy. I'm being hungry.
I'm low-key greedy. But I'm joking. I like that, though.
So I'm excited.
Everything God has for me, I definitely want that. So everybody out there watching and listening, we thank you so much for tuning in to Express Yourself Podcast.
Definitely.
Sneedy and Coop, we are back. Yes. 2021, here we come. We are out. Express yourself. Express yourself. Yeah.